Have you ever stopped to think that perhaps everything happening in your life right now, every difficulty, every trial, every moment of loneliness, is happening because something much bigger is being prepared for you? What if I told you that there are 13 powerful changes that the universe has already set in motion in your life, and that you only need to understand what these changes are to finally allow them to fully manifest? Aquarius, this video didn't reach you by chance. It wasn't luck that you clicked here today. There's a divine purpose in this. The universe has a very special way of guiding us to the messages we most need to hear at exactly the right moment. And today, right now, at this instant, you are about to discover what the 13 changes are that are being prepared especially for your life. Changes that will transform everything you know so far. Changes that will bring back that hope you thought you had lost. Changes that will show you that all the suffering, all the waiting, all the patience you've had wasn't in vain. Pay close attention to every word I'm about to say, because each of these changes was designed especially for you, for your current situation, for what you're experiencing right now. And when you understand the complete plan being prepared, you'll realize you were closer to your victory than you ever imagined. Stay with me until the end, because the last change is the most powerful of all, and it will make you see your life with completely different eyes. First change, the awakening of your true mission. Aquarius, the first major change being prepared for you has to do with a profound awakening. You know that feeling you sometimes have that you were born for something greater? That restlessness in your chest that won't let you rest when you're doing things that no longer make sense to your soul? Well, that's exactly what's happening in your life right now. You're going through a very strong spiritual awakening, and this awakening is making you question everything. It's making you look at your routine and realize that many things need to change. It's making you want to drop everything and start from scratch. And do you know why? Because the moment has finally arrived for you to discover what your true mission is here on Earth. For a long time, you accepted living a life that wasn't really yours. You followed paths that other people chose for you. You tried to be who others expected you to be. You put your dreams aside to take care of the needs of others. You silenced your inner voice because you were afraid of not being accepted. But now all of that is changing. The universe is removing all the masks you wore. It's removing you from those environments where you didn't truly shine. It's distancing you from people who didn't recognize your worth. And however painful this process may be, know that it's necessary. Because you can't build a new life on an old foundation. You can't fulfill your true mission while still trapped in roles that were never yours. This change will bring you much clarity. Suddenly you'll begin to understand things that didn't make sense before. You'll start seeing signs everywhere showing you which direction to take. You'll feel an inner strength growing, an enormous desire to finally live your life your way. And the people around you may not understand. They may think you're crazy. They may try to convince you to go back to your old life. But you won't be able to go back, Aquarius. Because when the soul awakens, it no longer accepts sleep. When you know your truth, you can no longer live a lie. So take a deep breath and trust this process. Trust that everything being taken from you is making room for something much better to arrive. Trust that this restlessness you feel is not a sign that something is wrong, but rather that something is finally aligning. Your true mission is calling you. And when you finally answer that call, everything in your life will begin to make sense. Second change, liberation from relationships that drain your energy. The second powerful change happening in your life has to do with your relationships. Aquarius, you have always been a very generous person. You have always been willing to help those in need. You have always opened your heart to people. You have always believed in the potential of each person. And that is one of your most beautiful qualities. But you know what happens? Many times this generosity has been misinterpreted. Many people approached you not because they truly loved you, but because they saw in you someone they could use. Someone who would always be available. Someone who would always give another chance. Someone who would never say no. And little by little you surrounded yourself with relationships that only took from you. Relationships where you were always the one giving and never receiving. Relationships where you felt alone even when you were with someone. Relationships that drained all your energy and gave you nothing in return. But now that is changing. The universe is doing a deep cleansing in your life. It is removing all the people who don't deserve to be by your side. It is distancing those who only sought you out when they needed something. It's unmasking those who pretended to love you, but only wanted to control you. It's showing the true face of each one. And yes, it hurts. It hurts a lot to discover that people you loved weren't who you thought they were. It hurts to realize you invested so much time and energy in relationships that had no future. It hurts to feel like you're becoming alone. But know that this loneliness is temporary and necessary, because you can't receive true relationships while you're still occupying your time and energy with false relationships. You can't meet people who truly value you while you're still accepting crumbs from those who don't deserve you. So the universe is creating this space in your life. It's emptying your social circle so that it can be filled with real people. People who will love you for who you are, not for what you can do for them. People who will be by your side in difficult times, not just at parties. People who will celebrate your victories instead of feeling envious. People who will respect your boundaries instead of always asking for more. And while these right people don't arrive, enjoy this time alone. Use this time to reconnect with yourself, to heal the wounds left by these toxic relationships, to strengthen your self-esteem, to learn to love yourself first before loving others. Because when you learn to truly love yourself, you stop accepting just anything. When you know your worth, you no longer allow yourself to be mistreated. And that's exactly what the universe wants you to learn now. If this message resonated with your zodiac sign, trust me, it's no coincidence. When the universe wants to speak to you, it sends exactly the right signal. And you're here because you needed to hear this today. Your contribution as a subscriber or member is what keeps these messages alive. Messages that touch, awaken, and transform lives. And if this video made sense to you, leave your birth date in the comments. Let's continue with our video now. Third change, financial abundance coming in unexpected ways. Aquarius, the third change being prepared for you will directly affect your financial life. For a long time you struggled. You worked hard. You did your best. But it never seemed enough. Money came in and then went out. You managed to pay the bills, but there was never anything left over. You tried very hard, but the results didn't appear. And this created within you a belief that perhaps abundance wasn't for you. That perhaps you didn't deserve to have money. That perhaps you were destined to always live with hardship. But this belief is completely wrong, and the universe is about to prove it to you. Because a wave of financial abundance is approaching your life. And it will arrive in ways you can't even imagine. It could be through a job opportunity completely different from what you did before. It could be through a talent of yours that will finally be recognized and valued. It could be through an idea that will arise in your mind and that will transform into a source of income. It could be through people who will appear offering partnerships or business deals. It might even come through paths that seem impossible today but will suddenly open up. The important thing is to understand that this abundance won't necessarily come from the same place it has come from until now. It will come from new, unexpected, surprising sources. That's why you need to be open. You need to pay attention to the signs. You need to have the courage to try new things. You need to trust your intuition when it leads you in different directions. Because often we want the universe to send the blessing wrapped up the way we expect. We want things to happen exactly as we planned. But the universe is much more creative than that. It has ways of blessing us that our limited minds can't even imagine. So stop trying to control how abundance will arrive. Stop thinking there's only one possible path. Open your mind and your heart to receive in new ways. And while you wait for this abundance to manifest, do your part. Take care of the money you already have with gratitude and responsibility. Be grateful for everything you have already achieved, even if it seems little. Cleanse your energetic debts by forgiving those who owe you and paying what you owe. Organize your finances, your documents, your bills. Because abundance thrives on order. It likes to arrive in places prepared to receive it. And above all, change your mindset. Stop seeing yourself as poor or unlucky. Start seeing yourself as prosperous, blessed, deserving of all good things. Because you attract what you believe you are. If you believe you were born to suffer financially, that's what you will continue to experience. But if you believe you deserve abundance, the universe will conspire to give you exactly that. Fourth change, emotional healing of old wounds. The fourth change happening in your life is profound and liberating. It's an emotional healing of wounds you've carried for a long time. Wounds you may not even know exactly where they came from. Wounds that formed in your childhood. Wounds born from relationships that hurt you. Wounds that arose from painful experiences you tried to forget, but that remained there, hidden deep in your heart. Aquarius, these wounds have affected your life in ways you don't even realize. They influence your choices. They limit your possibilities. They create patterns of behavior that repeat themselves without you understanding why. They make you distance yourself from people when they start getting too close. They make you distrust love because one day you were betrayed. They make you afraid to try because one day you failed and the pain was too great. But now the time has come to heal all of this. The universe is bringing to the surface everything that was stored deep down. It's making you remember things you'd rather forget. It's making you feel emotions you tried to repress. It's putting you face to face with your deepest pains. And this isn't happening to make you suffer more. It's happening to set you free. Because there is no healing without exposing the wound. There is no liberation without first recognizing the chains that bind you. You need to look at these pains. You need to allow them to surface. You need to cry if you need to cry. You need to feel anger if you need to feel anger. You need to express everything that has been kept inside for so long. Because every tear you shed is a healing happening. Every emotion you allow yourself to feel is a piece of you being released. This phase can be difficult. Painful memories may resurface. Feelings you thought you had overcome may return. You may feel vulnerable, fragile, broken. But know that this is part of the process. You are not regressing. You are healing. And on the other side of this healing is a much lighter, much freer, much more whole version of you. A version that no longer carries the weight of the past. A version that has learned from the pain but no longer lives in it. A version that can finally look ahead without the fear of repeating past mistakes. During this process, be kind to yourself. Don't beat yourself up for feeling what you're feeling. Don't judge yourself for going through this. Don't rush the healing process. Everyone has their own time. Every wound has its own depth. Respect your own pace. And if you need to, ask for help. Talk to people who truly love you. Seek professional support if you feel the need. Because healing is not a sign of weakness. Seeking help is not shameful. It takes a lot of courage to look at your own wounds and decide to heal them. And you have that courage within you. Fifth change, public recognition of your value. Aquarius, the fifth change coming into your life has to do with recognition. For a long time you worked in the shadows. You did incredible things that no one saw. You helped people who didn't even thank you. You gave your best in places where no one valued you. And little by little you internalized the idea that maybe you weren't so special after all. That maybe your work wasn't so good. That maybe you didn't deserve recognition. But all of that is about to change. Because the universe saw every effort you made. It saw every night you spent awake working. It saw every time you did something with excellence even knowing that no one was watching. It saw every moment you helped someone without expecting anything in return. And now the time has come for you to reap the rewards of all this. Recognition is coming. And it will come from places and people you can't even imagine. Important people will start to notice you. They will perceive your talent. They will recognize your ability. They will seek you out with opportunities. They will put you in the spotlight. And suddenly you will emerge from the shadows and into the light. You will receive praise you've never received before. You will achieve positions you thought were impossible. You will reach a level of visibility that scares you a little but also excites you. This recognition doesn't just come in the professional sphere. It also comes in your personal relationships. People will start to value you more. They will notice everything you do. They will appreciate your presence. They will recognize the difference you make in their lives. And this will heal many wounds left from moments when you felt invisible. But pay attention to something very important. This recognition cannot go to your head. It cannot make you think you are better than others. It cannot transform you into someone arrogant or distant. Because true recognition comes with responsibility. The more visibility you have, the more careful you need to be with your words and actions. The more people admire you, the more you need to be an example of character and integrity. So receive this recognition with gratitude and humility. Always remember where you came from. Remember the people who helped you along the way. Remember that your talent is a gift you received to serve, not to show off. Use this visibility to do good. Use your voice to defend those who have no voice. Use your position to open doors for others. Because true success isn't measured by how high you've climbed, but by how many people you've helped climb with you. And there's one more thing. This recognition can awaken envy in some people. Malicious comments may arise. People may try to diminish your achievements or question your merit. Don't let that affect you. Don't waste time trying to prove your worth to those who don't want to see it. Continue doing your work with excellence. Continue being who you are. Because the truth always prevails, and those who need to recognize you will recognize you, regardless of what others say. Sixth change, renewal of your physical and mental health. The sixth change, being prepared for you, concerns your health. Aquarius, you've been through a very exhausting period. A period where you demanded too much of yourself. Where you pushed yourself beyond your limits. Where you put everything and everyone before your own needs. Where you ignored the signals your body was giving you. And this took its toll. Your energy level dropped. Your body began to feel the effects of stress. Your mind became tired, confused, overwhelmed. You started experiencing symptoms you didn't have before. Pains that appeared out of nowhere. Nights of poor sleep. Anxiety. A feeling of exhaustion. And perhaps you tried to ignore all of this. Perhaps you thought it was just being fussy. Perhaps you thought you didn't have time to take care of yourself. But your body is wise. It knows when it's time to stop. And if you don't stop willingly, it will make you stop. However, now a new cycle is beginning. A cycle of renewal and healing. The universe is giving you a new chance to take care of yourself. It is bringing to your life the awareness that health is a priority. It's pointless to conquer the world if you lose yourself in the process. You need to be well to be able to do everything you came here to do. This renewal will happen in several areas. Physically, you will feel more energetic. You will start to want to move, to take better care of your diet, to make healthier choices. Your body will begin to respond positively when you give it what it needs. Those pains that seemed chronic will begin to diminish. That constant fatigue will give way to renewed energy. Mentally, you will be able to organize your thoughts better. You will feel your mind clearer, more focused, more tranquil. That anxiety that consumed you will lose its power. Those negative thoughts that wouldn't leave you in peace will begin to disappear. You will recover your ability to concentrate, your creativity, your joy. Emotionally, you will feel more balanced. You will be able to better handle challenges without despairing. You will learn to set limits without feeling guilty. You will understand that taking care of yourself is not selfishness. It's a necessity. But for this renewal to happen completely, you need to do your part. You need to start treating yourself as a priority. You need to stop constantly sacrificing yourself for others. You need to learn to say no when something is harming your peace. You need to create routines that nourish your body and mind. Sleep the hours you need. Eat foods that give you real energy, not just momentary pleasure. Move your body even if it's just a short walk. Drink water. Get some sun. Breathe fresh air. Do things that make you happy. Rest without guilt. These things seem simple but have enormous transformative power. And above all, listen to your body. It speaks to you all the time. When you feel tired, it's because you need rest. When you feel pain, it's because something needs attention. When you feel unwell, it's because something is wrong. Don't ignore these signs. Don't wait until things get much worse to take care of yourself. Prevention is always better than cure. Nothing worthwhile in life comes without risk. Nothing great is achieved by remaining in your comfort zone. And yes, making these decisions will be scary. It will bring changes that you may not be fully prepared to face. It will require you to trust yourself more than ever. But on the other side of these decisions is the life you truly want to live. There is the freedom you so desire. There is the peace you deserve. When you finally cut away what's holding you back, you'll feel immense relief. As if a huge weight has been lifted from your shoulders. As if you can finally truly breathe. As if you've regained control of your own life. And people may not understand. They may criticize. They might say you're crazy. They might try to convince you to back down. But you can't live your life trying to please others. You can't make decisions based on fear of judgment. Because in the end, you're the one who will live with the consequences of your choices. So these choices need to be yours, not others. Remember, regret for trying and failing is much easier to deal with than regret for never having tried. It's better to try and fail than to spend your whole life wondering what if. You only have one life. Don't waste it living in fear. Don't let fear steal the experiences you came here to have. Be brave. Make the decision. Take the step. Trust that the universe will support you. Trust that you will succeed. Trust that, even if it's difficult at first, you will look back one day and be grateful for having had that courage. Ninth change. A deeper spiritual connection. The ninth change happening in your life is spiritual. It's a deeper connection with the divine. With the sacred, with the universe, with God, with the source from which everything comes. Aquarius, for a long time you may have felt disconnected. You may have doubted if there really was something greater guiding your life. You may have questioned your faith. You may have felt abandoned in difficult times. You may have prayed and felt that no one was listening. But even when you didn't feel it, you were never alone. Even when you doubted, you were always being cared for. Even when it seemed that your prayers were not heard, the universe was working behind the scenes, preparing something better than you had asked for. And now you are being invited to reconnect with this spiritual dimension of life, to realize that there is much more happening than your physical eyes can see, to feel that you are part of something immense, mysterious, wonderful. This reconnection will happen in many ways. You will begin to notice synchronicities. You will see repeated numbers. You will find feathers, coins, signs that seem to have been placed in your path purposefully. You'll think of someone and that person will call you soon after. You'll have dreams that seem like messages. You'll feel chills, strong emotions for no apparent reason, sensations of being guided. And the more you pay attention to these signs, the more they will appear. Because the universe is always speaking to us, but we can only hear it when we stop making so much noise, when we calm our minds, when we open our hearts, when we allow ourselves to believe in something beyond logic and reason. This spiritual connection will also give you a peace you've never felt before. It will make you understand that even when things don't go as planned, everything is happening exactly as it should. It will make you trust the universe's timing, which is different from human time. It will make you let go of control and allow life to flow. It will give you strength in difficult times because you will know you are not facing anything alone. You can strengthen this connection through spiritual practices. Could be meditation. Could be prayer. Could be spending time in nature. It could be writing, drawing, creating as a form of expression of the soul. It could simply be sitting in silence and breathing consciously. It doesn't matter much which practice you choose. What matters is the intention you put into it. What matters is creating a sacred space in your life to connect with the divine. And as that connection deepens, you will notice changes in all other areas of your life. You will make decisions with more clarity because you are listening to your intuition. You will attract people and situations more aligned with your purpose because your vibration is higher. You will feel more grateful even for the small things because you recognize the blessing in everything. You will have more compassion for others because you understand that we are all doing the best we can. You will forgive more easily because you recognize that judgment is not your place. Spirituality doesn't make you perfect. It doesn't free you from problems. But it gives you tools to deal with everything in a much healthier, more balanced and loving way. It shows you that life has meaning, even when you can't see it. It reminds you that you are loved, even when you feel alone. It assures you that everything will be all right, even when it seems like everything is falling apart. 10th change. Opportunities that arise out of nowhere. The 10th change being prepared for you is opportunity. Opportunities that will appear out of nowhere. Opportunities you weren't looking for. Opportunities that will surprise you. Opportunities that will open doors you thought were locked forever. Aquarius, you've spent a lot of time knocking on doors that wouldn't open, trying to force things that weren't meant to be, chasing opportunities that always slipped through your fingers. And that was frustrating. It was tiring. It was discouraging. It made you question if things would ever get better. But it turns out you were knocking on the wrong doors. You were chasing opportunities that weren't yours. You were trying to force a path the universe hadn't planned for you. And no matter how hard you tried, those doors remained closed because they weren't meant to be opened. Because the universe was protecting you. It was saving you for something better. It was preparing opportunities much more aligned with who you really are and what you came here to do. And those opportunities are arriving now. But they will come in unexpected ways. It won't necessarily be the way you planned. It won't be in the place you thought it would be. It won't be through the person you expected. The universe is much more creative than that. It will surprise you. A message you'll receive out of nowhere. A person who will enter your life and bring a proposal. An event you'll decide to go to at the last minute, and there you'll find your opportunity. An idea that will pop into your head while you're doing something completely different. An old piece of knowledge of yours that will appear with an offer. A situation that seems casual but is actually the universe orchestrating everything. That's why you need to be attentive. You need to be open. You need to be available. Because opportunities don't knock on the door with a sign saying they're opportunities. Sometimes they disguise themselves. They appear in simple ways. They seem small at first but have the potential to become something huge. And you need discernment to recognize when it's a real opportunity and when it's just a distraction. Not all that glitters is gold. Not every offer is a blessing. Some things seem like opportunities but are actually detours from your path. Therefore, use your intuition. If something brings you peace, excitement, alignment, it's probably the right path. If something brings you anxiety, doubt, a feeling of forcing something, it's probably not for you. Your body knows the truth before your mind understands. Learn to listen to these signals. And when the right opportunity arrives, don't let fear paralyze you. Don't keep looking for all the reasons why it might go wrong. Don't wait to have all the answers before taking the step. Because opportunities require courage. They require you to trust. They require you to step out of your comfort zone. If you wait to be absolutely certain, the opportunity may pass you by. If you wait to be completely prepared, you may never feel ready. Sometimes you need to take the step even when you're afraid, even without knowing exactly how it will turn out, trusting that you will learn along the way. These opportunities that are coming can completely change your life. They can take you to a level you never imagined reaching. They can introduce you to incredible people. They can give you the resources you needed. They can put you exactly where you always wanted to be. So stay alert. Stay prepared. But above all, stay confident. Because when you trust that good things are coming, you put yourself in an energy that attracts exactly that. 11th change. Closing old cycles. Aquarius, the 11th change is about closure. About finally ending cycles that should have ended a long time ago. Cycles you've been dragging along. Cycles that keep you stuck in the past. Cycles that don't let you move forward. Closing cycles is one of the hardest things to do. Because we cling. We're afraid to let go. We hold on to the hope that maybe things can still change. That maybe that person can still give you what you need. That maybe that situation can still be resolved. But some things are beyond repair. Some relationships won't improve. Some situations won't change. Some people won't transform. And insisting on this isn't persistence, it's stubbornness. It's not love, it's attachment. It's not hope, it's illusion. And the universe is giving you the clarity to see this. It's showing you what needs to be closed. It's giving you the strength to let go. It's helping you make peace with what was and move on. These closures will happen in various ways. Some people will leave your life naturally. They will drift apart without fights, without drama, simply because your paths have diverged. Some situations will come to an end. That job will end. That project will be completed. That phase will finish. And you will realize that it's okay. That it was meant to be this way. Some feelings you still held on to will finally dissolve. That resentment will lose its power. That longing will pass. That love you thought you would never forget will finally find peace in your heart. But for these cycles to truly close, you need to do your part. You need to stop looking back all the time. You need to stop stalking the lives of people who have already left yours. You need to stop dwelling on what happened. You need to stop punishing yourself for past mistakes. You need to forgive. Forgive others for the wounds they caused. Forgive yourself for your failures. Forgive life for not being the way you expected. Because forgiveness isn't about saying what happened was right. It's about freeing yourself from the weight of carrying it. It's about choosing your peace over your reason. It's about moving forward lighter, freer, more whole. And when you finally close those old cycles, something magical happens. You create space for the new. Because that's how life works. For the new to enter, the old needs to leave. To begin a new chapter, the old needs to end. To build something different, you first need to clear the ground. So don't be afraid of these endings. Don't hold on to what has already died trying to resurrect it. Let it go. Be grateful for what it represented in your life. Be grateful for the lessons you learned. Be grateful even for the pain because it made you stronger. And move on. Confident that the best chapters of your story are yet to come. 12th change. True love and authentic relationships. The 12th change coming into your life has to do with love. With true relationships. With authentic connections. Aquarius, you've been through many relationships that hurt you. You've loved people who didn't know how to value you. You've given your best to those who didn't deserve it. You've given yourself completely to those who only wanted to use you. And each disappointment left its mark. It created walls around your heart. It made you believe that maybe true love didn't exist. That maybe you didn't deserve to be truly loved. That maybe it would be better to protect yourself and never give yourself completely again. But all of that is about to change. Because true love is coming into your life. And it's not that movie love. It's not that perfect love without conflict. It's that real love. That love that accepts you with all your imperfections. That love that stays when things get tough. That love that grows with you instead of trying to change you. That love that makes you feel at home. This love can come in different forms. Can be romantic love. That person who will finally understand you, who will respect your boundaries. This will make you value who you are. It will make you believe in love again. It will heal the wounds left by past loves. Could be true friendships. People who will enter your life and become family. People with whom you can be yourself without masks. People who support your dreams. People who stay with you during bad times. People who celebrate your victories without envy. It could even be a reconnection with people who are already part of your life, but with whom you will create deeper bonds. Relationships that will strengthen, that will reach a new level of intimacy and trust. But for this true love to enter your life, you need to be prepared. You need to have healed your old wounds so you don't project your pain onto new people. You need to have learned to love yourself first, because no one can give you the love you don't have for yourself. You need to have established your boundaries, so you don't accept just anything in the name of love. You need to know who you are and what you want to attract compatible people. And above all, you need to be open. You need to lower the walls you've built. You need to risk surrendering again, even with fear. You need to give new people a chance, without blaming them for the mistakes of past relationships. You need to believe that you deserve love, that you deserve to be chosen, that you deserve someone who treats you well. Because as long as you don't believe that, you'll continue accepting less than you deserve. When that love arrives, you'll feel the difference. It won't be that desperate, anxious, insecure thing. It will be something calm, safe, light. It will flow naturally. It won't require you to lose yourself to maintain it. It won't make you question your worth. It won't leave you in doubt about what the other person feels. It will be reciprocal. It will be honest. It will be respectful. It will be partnership. It will be complicity. It will be home. And you will look back and be grateful for all the loves that didn't work out, because they prepared you to recognize and value when the right love finally arrived. Because they taught you what you don't want so you would know exactly what you're looking for. Because they made you strong enough not to give up believing. So keep your heart open. Keep believing. Keep being the amazing person you are. Because the love you deserve is on its way. 13th change. Fulfilling your life purpose. Aquarius, we've reached the 13th and final change, which is the most powerful of all. It's the fulfillment of your life's purpose. That which you were born for. That which will give meaning to everything you've lived so far. That which will make your entire journey worthwhile. Throughout your life, you felt you were here for a special reason. You felt you had an important mission to fulfill. You felt you had something unique to offer the world. But for a long time, you didn't know exactly what it was. You tried many things. You followed many paths. You explored many possibilities. And every experience, every mistake, every success, every person who passed through your life, every joy and every pain, everything was preparing you. Everything was shaping you. Everything was teaching you exactly what you needed to learn to finally fulfill your purpose. And now all the pieces are falling into place. Everything is making sense. You are beginning to see the complete picture. All 13 changes we've talked about so far are working together to bring you to this moment. The awakening of your mission is showing you which direction to follow. The liberation from toxic relationships is clearing your path. Financial abundance is giving you the necessary resources. Emotional healing is preparing you internally. Recognition is placing you where you need to be. Renewed health is giving you the energy to do what needs to be done. Reconnecting with your passions is showing you what truly matters. Courage is giving you the strength to take the necessary steps. Spiritual connection is guiding you. Opportunities are appearing. Old cycles are closing. True love is arriving to support you. And all of this culminates in the fulfillment of your purpose. This purpose can manifest in many ways. Can be through your profession. Can be through volunteer work. Can be through how you raise your children. Can be through the art you create. Can be through the people you help. Can be through a cause you embrace. Can be through the example you set. There is no single formula. Each person has a different purpose. But one thing is certain. When you are living your purpose, you feel it. You feel you are in the right place, doing the right thing, being who you truly are. And that brings a satisfaction that nothing else in this world can give. It's not about fame or wealth, although those things may come too. It's about meaning. It's about contribution. It's about knowing that your life matters, that you are making a difference. that the world is a better place because you exist. So trust this process. Trust that you are exactly where you need to be. Trust that every experience you've lived had a purpose. Trust that your moment is coming, and when it arrives you will know. You will feel that deep certainty that you have finally found your place, that you finally understand why you went through everything you went through, that all the pain was worth it, and you will look back at the whole journey and see the hand of the universe in every detail. You will see how everything connects, how everything was part of a bigger plan that you couldn't see while it was happening. You will understand that you were never alone, that you were always loved, that you were always cared for, that you always had a purpose, that you were always special. And that's it. Aquarius, these are the 13 changes that are being prepared for your life. Each one of them is a gift. Each one of them is a blessing. Each one of them will take you to a better place than you are now. Trust the process. Be patient with time. Keep doing your part. Keep believing, because your greatest victories are right there, closer than you imagine. If this message resonated with your zodiac sign, trust me, it's no coincidence. When the universe wants to speak to you, it sends exactly the right signal, and you're here because you needed to hear this today. Your contribution as a subscriber or member is what keeps these messages alive. Messages that touch, awaken, and transform lives. And if this video made sense to you, leave your birth date in the comments. And now, dear Aquarian, we've reached the end of this incredible journey we've taken together. I sincerely hope that every word in this video has touched your soul, that it has brought hope to your heart, that it has lit a light in the darkness you may have been facing. You need to understand something very important. Everything said here is not fantasy. It's not an illusion. These are real changes that are in motion in your life right now. Perhaps you can't see them all clearly yet. Perhaps some seem distant or impossible, but they are happening, behind the scenes, in the invisible world, in the universe's time. And soon, very soon, you will begin to see the fruits in the physical world. You will begin to see the confirmations. You will begin to live these transformations. But while they don't fully manifest, what do you need to do? Keep believing. Keep trusting. Keep doing your part. Keep being the incredible person you are. Don't give up on difficult days. Don't lose faith when it seems like nothing is changing. Don't turn back when fear strikes, because these changes require you to change too. They require you to grow. They require you to become the version of yourself that is capable of receiving and maintaining these blessings. So be patient with yourself. Be kind on bad days. Celebrate every small victory. Be grateful for every sign the universe sends you. Remain in an energy of gratitude and positive expectation, because you attract what you vibrate. If you vibrate fear and doubt, that's what you will attract. But if you vibrate confidence and gratitude, the blessings flow much more easily. And look, if you've made it this far, if you've watched this entire video, that's already a sign that you're on the right track. It's already proof that your soul is open to receiving. It already shows that you are willing to grow. So don't stop now. Now I want to make a special request. If this video touched your heart, if these words made sense to you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with other people of your sign. Share it with that friend who needs hope. Share it with that family member who is going through difficulties. Because when you spread the light, you become a channel of blessings, and the universe rewards you for it. And if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, now is the time to subscribe and activate the notification bell. Because every day there's new content here. Every day there's a message that might be exactly what you need to hear. Don't miss the opportunity to receive these messages from the universe. For those who feel that these messages truly transform their lives, consider becoming channel members. With your help, I can continue bringing this work of light. I can dedicate more time to preparing increasingly better content for you. Every support, however small, makes a huge difference and is received with great gratitude. And now, before we say goodbye, I want to leave you with a challenge. For the next 7 days, do one thing every day that aligns with these changes we've talked about here. Can be something small. Can be taking a step towards your purpose. Can be letting go of something that needs to be let go. Can be taking better care of your health. Can be having that difficult conversation. Can be starting that project. It can be as simple as looking in the mirror and telling yourself that you deserve all the good things that are coming your way. Do something every day that shows the universe that you are committed to your transformation. And come back here in the comments in 7 days to tell us how it went. to tell us what changed, to tell us what signs you received. Because when we share our journey, we inspire other people to believe too. And to finish, I want you to know one thing. You are special. You have immense value. You deserve all these wonderful changes. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to fulfill your dreams. You deserve true love. You deserve abundance. You deserve peace. You deserve success. You deserve all the good things this universe has to offer. Never forget that, especially on bad days, especially when life gives you reasons to doubt. Remember your worth. Remember your strength. Remember everything you have already overcome. If you survived everything you've been through so far, you will survive what is still to come. And you won't just survive. You will prosper. You will flourish. You will shine. Because that is your destiny. Thank you for staying with me until the end. Thank you for opening your heart to receive these words. Thank you for being part of this incredible community. See you in the next video with more messages, more light, more hope. Until then, take good care of yourself. Believe in yourself. And trust that the best is yet to come. A huge hug to your heart. God be with you. Be at peace. And may all these 13 changes manifest in your life fully and abundantly.